Morning, miners. Welcome back. Pakratt here again. You guys know where I left off. Well, most of you probably know where I left off. I left off where I had just finished up this thing, and it's only been about 15 minutes. I've already made a few revisions. It's just the way I do things. First, I did move this back a little bit, so the items will drop here, unless I don't want them to, which is fine. That's exactly what I'd like. Now, just so you know, the reason that I don't have this set up yet to go into the portal and collect all the items... What happened here? I thought I had a torch here. Oh, I let the water through at one point. Okay. Well, whatever. Just one thing spawning in here right now. That's all. The only reason I don't have the items set up to go through here right now is because this lane right here is going to be ice. That's the only reason why. And that's going to be nice. That was funny. Okay. Alright, so I did kind of not show you around inside here, did I? Now, I should be nice and take you in for a tour, shouldn't I? I mean, I kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger on the last one, not telling you what this thing looks like. So I guess we can take a tour. Do I have ladders on me? No, I don't. Let's go grab a few of those. Let's see. Yeah, I still have some in here. Oh, I still got to drop off my stuff from my last collection. Yeah, they're definitely dropping a lot of good stuff. They're not, like, overpowering me with the amounts of stuff that they're dropping yet, but that's expected. If they were, then this would be a broken system. So, I guess. Okay. Is this going to break something if I break it? No. Okay. Oh, by the way, we are now in 1.4, just so you know the time period that this is. Yeah, that's about it. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Am I going to be able to get out when I go in? Maybe. Okay. Now, I did leave the original pillars so that you can actually see where the actual house was. This is the leftovers of the house. There had to be a slime out there, too. You know what? I'm just going to go down to there, let it go. I'll turn the sound back up again before we head through the portal, but right now that's going to be off. As you can see, this is just a basic spawning pad that you would normally see, except for the fact that there's water all over the edge here. That's obviously for a reason, because as soon as they touch the edge, they're going to be pulled right off. Now, I can't do much about the middle, because I need to keep the maximum amount of spawning space as possible. Any alteration of that is not going to be advantageous that I can think of right now. Now, I might change this at some point. You guys know I like my water flows, and I might just change it so that, like, put a water flow right here, because that might just push... I mean, I know that there is a possibility that, like, start here, walk over here, and just freeze. And if they do, that's going to be completely ineffective. So it is possible for them to not get pulled into the trap. If you guys have seen Etho's design for his most current trap, the reason that he uses such a small spawning area, his actual spawning area is just this big here. I think, something like that. And the reason that he had them so tiny is because there was no chance of them spawning on here, and because mobs generally, as soon as they spawn, the first thing they do is start walking. But if they're not a certain, if there's not a player within a certain distance, I think it's 16 blocks, and they just at some point after a certain distance of walking just stop. So, but if they're on a space this small, then as soon as they walk any distance, they're going to fall into the trap that he has set up. Unfortunately, because you need to get as much spawning space out of 2 levels as possible, because that's just how a witch hut works, you can't really do that here. Or at least you shouldn't. Yet. We'll see. It just depends on how fruitful this thing when it actually gets up and running. But right now, it's just going to do as is. I cannot believe I could still hear that stupid slime. I couldn't hear me breaking the torches, but I can still hear the slime outside. That's just great. Now, this, of course, is identical underneath. What it looks like beyond that, let's see if we can get down lower here. Do I really want to take this to the end? Well, here's the second level at least. I don't want to take this to the end if I don't have to. I'd rather... Well, okay, we will. But I just need to close this off first. If I can. Okay. So, now we drop down here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now, as soon as they drop, get pulled off by the water here, they just drop straight into this little thing here. This is just a straight shot to the center line. That's all it is. And, of course, the center line goes in here. Just goes down this nice fancy little tunnel. Straight to here, where they just stop. And they wait for me. That's it. Nice and simple. Nothing too complex. Didn't want it to be. I like how I can go through that, but they can't, though. That's kind of fun. Now I need to go back and block that back up, though. Oop, I broke the wrong block. Well, not really, but... Oh, I think that was just the torch. Did the torch just fall through there? Well, whatever. Okay. So the only reason I got this set up, like I said, is just to make it so that I can stop the flow of items, so that I'll pick them up instead of them falling into there. Now, as you can see, it's not like super effective right now. That's because there is still. I showed this in the last episode, but there is still a ton of dark area under here, and I should probably just take away the delay out of this thing. I don't know why I put the delay in here, but you can see there are caves all over the place, which is expected, and I haven't lit up any of them. That's part of what I'm going to be doing next. Is well, the next thing I'm doing is I'm going on the surface and removing everything up there. I'm making it so that anything on the surface is going to be a non-spawnable area, or at least that's the plan. But the next thing I'm going to be doing after that is putting grooves all through the ground to make it so that the spawning is essentially reduced to zero. Now, I know that you could just go through caving and just light everything up, but you can never light everything up. So what I'm planning on doing is this, just going through and doing grooves all the way through. And I'm going to do them every, what is it? I think if I do them every 15 blocks, that should make it so that during the daytime, during the sunlight, there's never going to be a spot at any point from any cave that is going to have enough light to spawn anything. That's my theory. That's the plan. At least that's the plan that I currently have set up. Unfortunately, there's a gigantic mountain there. I don't know what I'm going to... I might have to save that for last and just blow the crap out of it. And it's going to have to be 128 blocks away. Anything 128 blocks away from where you would be normally standing, which is, I don't even know where that is. I think it's around here. Yeah, I think this is the top of where they stop. Ooh, which is in there, actually. I just saw one. Yeah, so like 128 blocks from this area right here, which I'm pretty sure is going to include that mountain, although not by a lot. Oh, and so you guys know, this is where I am. It's like 860 and then negative 4,300. Somewhere in that range. That's where I actually found this. I found it in creative mode, just setting up the seed and then going to our map and then finding areas that were not lit up yet, or that were not explored yet. And then I just went there. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill these guys. And then I think the next thing we're going to do is see if we can go ahead and connect this thing up with the nether, or through the nether, so that I can actually come back here again. Because right now I have no way to get home. I had the only reason I actually have a portal set up now is because I had to dig down. I forgot to bring enough obsidian to make any. So that groove I dug down that groove partially because I was going to dig them anyways, and I figured, what the heck? I might as well. If I need obsidian, I might as well dig the groove out. So that's what I'm planning on doing today. Oh, I got to turn the sound back up, don't I? Let's go back to like 15. Okay. All right. So, I honestly have no idea where that's going to pop me out. What do I have on me? I have a punch 2 bow, I have 23 arrows, and a bit of stuff here. I don't care if I lose that, but I don't think. I mean, do I have a worse one? Actually, I don't need that nether at all, so we can just put that away. Yeah, okay. Just put up the stuff I got. Oh, this is the stuff that I got I did get other gunpowder from just killing creepers around the area, and you could tell it's just as effective as the witches, all of them spawning at the same time at the moment. Because every single one of the here take a look. With the exception of this, these are all drops that you can get from witches. And I think there's another potion that you can possibly get randomly too. The potions obviously are a lot rarer, but they can still show up. Now that means that while gunpowder does come from witches, it's got the same percentage of showing up as any of these things. Now, that's not really that bad of a thing, because that means that you'll get all of these things. Especially that, and I guess maybe that, but not that big of a deal. But these three right here, these are the big dogs. All three of those are pretty cool items in this game, and I'm glad to get as much of it as I can. So that's all right. I did get a little bit more redstone through the mining. Obviously, I didn't want to combine that with it, so... just so I can see the actual percentages here. And I don't think that there's actually any rhyme nor reason to this percentage right now. By the way, I did use some for that glowstone over there, so add 8 more to that. But that's about it. But now that you've seen that, we can take this with. I'll leave one just to placehold, because you guys know I like to do that. And now I can bring that with. That is going to be for the donation room. Finally, we can set that thing up. But first, I got to get back. This is going to be interesting. Oh, let me put... I only had the slime balls in here because it's basically mob drops. So I figured might as well put it in the same chest. Okay. Is there anything that I have of value on me that I don't want to lose? I am going to put these up because I really don't need them in the nether. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. I guess this is about as good as it gets. It's time to go. Still got enough food, too. I should get some more arrows, but... Actually, I have feathers. Don't I? Oh, yeah, I made a little bitty hut up here originally, so I got feathers up here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, I don't want to be dealing with ghasts if without proper equipment, you know. So I might as well have as much of that as possible. Oh, that's the other thing. The other drop that you get from them is sticks. That's why I have so many sticks on me. I forgot to mention that. I don't even know why they drop sticks. That's the most random thing that they drop. I mean, with everything else, there's an actual. With everything else, there's an actual reason. The gunpowder, the sugar, and everything, and the healing potions. But why sticks? What do they use them for? Well, whatever. Okay. Am I good to go? I think I'm good to go. We're going to just turn F3 on right now, because I just want to get back to 0 as fast as possible. Okay, where are we? Oh! Interesting. Is this... I think that this is... I don't know whose portal this is. I think it's Guud's, but I'm probably wrong on that. Whose setup is this? Interesting. So we're definitely going to have to go find a portal somewhere, or probably going to have to go make a portal somewhere. Hopefully I didn't break someone's. Hopefully I'm not revealing something I shouldn't be revealing. Redstone Classroom 1. What? Where on earth are we? Oh, this is Adlington's place. Are we close to his place? I guess so. That's 2. And that portal was in 1, so we wanted to go back in there. I don't know why I took damage when I came through this either. That's just weird. Okay. So, all right. So, I'm gonna have to do some math here and figure out the actual location that this portal is gonna go in. So, I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Oh, it's good to be back. All right. And it's good to have some of this back in my inventory. I'm loving that. Alright, so it's time to update this thing. I did go ahead and add you as dead. I forgot to add him before, but he's there now. So, that just leaves the new guys. Let's see. Now, as I said before, this is in lieu of... this, or I should say not in lieu, but this is... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I want to make this thing look right. So we're going to go ahead and put this on something that I don't... Whoa. Okay. Don't know why that was on far. Trying to blow my thing up. Okay. Put that on fancy for the moment because I love the way this thing looks. So we're going to go ahead and let it look pretty. I know you guys can't tell, but there's actually some detail work behind this thing too. But it's not that important. But anyway, so we got some new guys in here. You guys know about the other ones, but we got 3 new people that I'm adding today. So we're just gonna go ahead and put these in here right now, and then we're gonna protect them all immediately. Hold on, we got to get some more water here too. So you guys know I love my fans. You guys know the donations do help me out quite a bit. That being said, I don't want anybody to think that I would ever ask anybody to donate out of obligation. That has never been my way of doing things, and I would never want to start doing it that way. Yeah, they do help out significantly, but that is not something where I think that you need to be like trying to save your money just to give it to a guy who you watch on YouTube. It's just not my thing. That being said, if you do follow a little bit of my stuff, if it wasn't for the fact that I have donators, I wouldn't actually have gotten the hard drive that I needed for season 6 of Ultra Hardcore. Because my hard drive, my main hard drive actually cut out right before the finale of that. The whole final battle, I wouldn't have been able to film if it wasn't for the fact of my donators, because my donators actually gave me enough to buy a hard drive that day. My first 2 donators, that would be this guy right here, Scaraban, and this guy right here, Maxori. Max is the first one. Scaraban is the insane one. Not that I have anything wrong with that. Obviously, I don't. Hold on. I gotta just double check a name here, because I think I forgot someone's alias. No, they didn't actually give me an alias. Okay, well, I think that we're just going to go ahead with... I'll go with initials. I'll go with first name and an initial for the people that I don't actually have a thing for. So, is he the most recent or the one furthest back? I think he's the one furthest back. Okay, yeah. So the first one that I got is actually from Sam C. We're not going to go beyond that. And he donated, let's see, he donated $10. And he is going to want me to blow up a wolf. Now, now you guys know, or I don't know if you guys know, but I actually do like dogs. But if you guys notice, I've never actually had a dog in this game. And I've probably talked about this before, but I actually don't like the way that they implemented dogs in this game because because I love them so. I love the sounds that they. Excuse me. I like dogs, and I don't like the sound of them dying. And it seems this game is kind of geared towards them ending up making that sound quite often because they like to walk into stuff like lava and such like that. They're really bad at staying alive. Okay, it's getting dark in here. Unfortunately, I didn't time this perfectly, so just for now, we're going to go ahead and light this up so we can see what we're doing. Then I'll turn it back off. I do love the light here, but it's only really good at daytime, unfortunately. Okay, but so he wants me to blow up a wolf. Now I would usually have a problem with the blowing up a dog, but honestly, I really don't like the ones in this game. I hate the sound they make, but I can live with it. All right, second one. We have Alt Blue, and he also donated, or she. I guess I shouldn't assume. $10. This is somebody who seems to know me through IRC. I'll be honest. I don't recall the name Alt Blue, so I don't know if they know me they know me through IRC under a different name. But well, that's where they know me from, and they want. Now here's the odd part. They want me to do an iron golem, which would make sense, except if you guys remember some of my first donation fires, I tried putting one inside a cart. This is one of the few mobs that won't go in one. So I don't even know if I can blow up an iron golem. I suppose if I build one there and then trap him in, yeah, I guess that might work. So, all right. Well, that's another one. And finally, and this is the big one, it's last but definitely not least, we have $30, yeah, by Ice Rogue. Why can't I type? Rogue. Did I spell that right? That looks really, really weird to me. There's no way I spelled that right. No, I did not. Okay, good. That's better. Okay. And Ice Rogue wants me to blow up a spawn member. Now, that one should probably confuse you guys. If you guys have ever noticed at the end of all my videos, I actually have the Mindcrack logo, and there's this little logo in the lower right-hand corner for the Spawn. Spawn is actually another group that I've been part of, well, part-ish of for about as long as well, not quite as long as I've been with IRC, but, or not, I mean, as long as I've been with Mindcrack, but pretty nearly as long. It's actually a group that was started by a Vidya. It's an IRC group, and there are some good guys, and I enjoy their company quite a bit too. I actually went to them for some of the people in Terra Firma Crack, so obviously I do like them a bit. All right, hold on a second. I gotta reconnect real quick. Okay, so that's who they're talking about. Now, as far as members of the Spawn, I already said a video is one of them. Also, MC Gamer, Michael is in there. So I think Shri has been there a couple times. The Gyms. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are in there a lot of the times. And, of course, myself. But I don't know how I'm going to convince one of them to get into the firing block, so to speak. We'll see how that one works out. I might just have to throw myself in. Oh, well. But I do thank you a lot, Ice Rogue. I remember, I know Ice Rogue from there. It's one of the names I do recognize. So, and I, of course, thank all my donators. This is quite a bit. It's another partial leap towards actually getting something where I can half decent, where I don't have to do stuff like reconnect like I just did. In fact, I might actually use the money to see about getting a new network adapter, because that might be what the issue is. So, we'll see. Would love to do that. So, now, man, it is dark, isn't it? Gotta fix this too. I think I put the level of that glass a little bit too high on that side. Well, whatever. Okay. So that's that. Now, as for what we're going to be doing next, I still have a little bit of TNT left. Well, I have been wanting to Oh man, I shouldn't be wasting it. Okay, we're gonna save some for the subs. I know I'm gonna be getting some more soon, anyways, due to what I'm building. So I'm gonna say that this stuff is gonna be used for making a. You know how Goo's been over here using the tree farm, but he's also been building. It seems that now that I've come back, well, not now that I come back, but lately there's been a lot of activity over here. So I want to make sure that I can make this place as accommodating as possible. So I'm gonna see about moving the tree farm downstairs. I was thinking about that recently. I don't even know if I added that on my list of stuff to do, but it's definitely got to be on there now. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use a few blocks and such to go down here and move the tree farm down. I don't know exactly where I'm going to do it, but that's what I'm going to be doing with this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use birch trees because they don't work as good underground. I might leave a couple of these up here, but that's about it. All right, but at any rate, I don't know if this is going to be that long of an episode, but basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm gonna blow this up and set up the small tree farm, and then I'm probably going to start heading out to set up that obsidian gate to get back to work. So hopefully by next time I'll be able to show you guys a lot more progress. Obviously I've already shown you quite a bit today, but hopefully I'm hoping that I'll actually be able to get some more supplies of TNT, not just for me, but for everybody else on the server, because this is getting ridiculous. I'm sure all our supplies are starting to get a little bit on the low side. So, except Etho. I don't know where he's getting it from anymore. But at any rate, that's it for me, guys. You guys have a good one.